everyone, hope you're doing great today. We are back again with another live for our admissions queries. And today we will be discussing about the SOP, how to write the SOP for admission, and we will be discussing about the student visa process for Australia. So, first of all, let's welcome our guest again today. Hi, Anil, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good as well. Thank you so much. So let's just start with our live today. We are again back with some questions, and of course, we will be asking you for that. And let's just start with our very first question in regards to today's live session, which is how to write SOP for admissions and student visa processes for the Australia. The
Sure.
first question is how to write the GTE statement.
All right. So, know about the GT first. Everybody should know what exactly the GT is all about. So, GT is a genuine temporary entry criteria, which generally you need to put a statement to Department of Home Affairs when doing a
Mm-hmm.
student visa application. So, it used to be a very long statement of purpose, but now department has squeezed down to 300 to 400 words. So you have to just maintain a very confined statement where you need to write your interest, your bit of introduction, and why you wanted to do an XYZ course, and how this course gonna help you out in the future. So this is how the GT statement needs to be structurized. Now, there are lots of myth that GT statement needs to be have a specific structure, but that's not true. Anything which meets the requirement of GT and you are able to give a right perspective of your visa application to the department, that will do for us. So, for
Mm-hmm.
instance, lots of people they really wanted to go with the GT with keeping only the course and the college information or the education provider. That's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of people they just structure the GT based on their basic introduction, why college, few lines, then why Australia, and then the visa conditions which they would be implementing. The department will implement once they have the visa grant. So they and also a bit of an explanation regarding what would be the future career outcomes, especially once you finish the study, what you're gonna do, and again GT, genuine temporary entrance. So that shows that you would be using a student visa application to genuinely coming to Australia on a temporary visa. So ultimately, you have to give a consent or you have to give a promise that you will go back to your home country or you don't have any plans to stay permanently in Australia. So that's the real logic behind the GT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you so much for that. And whenever we are talking about the student visa grant, and in some cases, unfortunately, some people get the student visa refusals as well. So, what are the factors behind these? Like, why do people? What are the factors which affects visa grants and visa refusals?
All right, so there are some internal factors, whereas there are some
Mm-hmm.
external factors on that one as well. So, for instance, few of the factors which are beyond your control is that your country has a political economic situation really bad. So, for instance, it's a political turmoil out there, or your economical situation of your country is not good. That also impacts. So, department what feels like that you have less incentives back home comparatively what but when you're coming to LSU in Australia, because obviously it gives you a career opportunity, financially being strong. So people they feel like they have concerns that they will use the student visa application to apply for any permanent visa. So that's why they refuse the application. The second is your own profile. So, for instance, that is called the internal factor. So, for instance, your profile says that you have a gap of 4 5 years, or maybe you have a gap of 2 years.
Yeah.
You are married, so
Mm-hmm.
and then you have lesser IELTS, lesser scores in your year 12 or the last qualification. That
Mm-hmm.
also really matters. Or in other hand, if you don't have very financial strong background. So technically, you would not be able to survive in Australia on a student visa if you don't have any support, because you
Mm-hmm.
cannot earn 30,000, 40,000 grand in a year in order to meet your fees expense along with the other expenses. So then what you do, you generally use your student visa in order to work in Australia, and ultimately that is what they don't really want. so
Mm-hmm.
so generally what they believe that you need to be financially strong, and again, it's your personal financial factors as well as your countries, because ultimately it both affects your profile. So these are the major factors affecting your visa grant and refusals. Whereas there is the third and the major uh, what stream you call, that is called the level of your country and the university or the provider. So, for instance, say India or Pakistan, they're level three. So, technically, a student needs to have a level one country, risk college. Now, what the levels are? Departments and index department has indexed the providers into three levels, whereas the country has same three levels. So one is the less risk, second would be the moderate risk, and the third one would be the very high risk. And then same goes with the providers as well. So if you get a level one provider and your country is level three, then you divide, so you go into level two. So that is the moderate level. Okay? So that
Yeah.
way you have better chance to get a visa approval comparatively if you go with a level three. Because if you're level three and get the level three, then average would be three, and ultimately there are a lot of chances that they may refuse the application. So, and the other, on the other hand, there are lots of other effects as well, that there are lesser GT requirements, lesser financial requirements, and English requirements. So we can discuss that down the line as well. So these are the important factors that really affect your visa application.
Okay, so while we were talking about the factors and you mentioned the word financials, what are the ways that a student can show the a strong financial background basically?
All right. So in order to show the strong financial backgrounds, you must have banks. So there are a couple of sources. So sources can be your immediate family, it can be your brothers, sisters, grandparents, and even if you have uncle and aunties who are really supporting you, they can be your financial resources as well. Whereas the third and the foremost is that you take a loan. So you take a loan from the bank, like the student loan, that helps you out getting to apply for the to the student visa and meet the financial conditions. Now, generally, there is a specific calculation to meet the financial requirements. So it's somewhere around 21,041 Australian dollars needs to be there to show your living expense. Then, what how the calculation works is that you need to have at least 1 year of financials. So no matter if you applied for 3 years of visa or 6 years of visa, you only need to show the 1 year expenses. Now,
Yeah.
1 year is 21,041 is the living expense, whereas travel needs to be somewhere around $2,000 to $3,000, and then you also need to add your 1 year tuition fee. So if you
Yeah.
add all three together, you would able to then show that amount into your bank statement. Now, obviously, the amount needs to be liquid. You cannot show property because properties are assets. So you cannot show assets to meet the financial requirement. You need to have a liquid amount. So liquid amount can be through the bank statement, saving certificates, or if you have some sort of convertible shares or a running financial loan, that will help you out meeting the financial requirements.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. And moving forward to the next question, like you just also informed about the risk rating countries and the providers. Can you please give us more information on that part?
Yes, so generally, what happens, like every quarter, the immigration issues the the indexing. Now, indexing can be checked through the document checklist tool. So on a Google, if you write document checklist tool subtask 500, you will get the first link that is from the Department of Home Affairs. So what you need to do is to open up that one, then put your country name, then your college name or the Greek course if you have it, and then press submit. Once you press submit, you got to know the documents. So if there is no financial or the English requirements there, it means that you are either level two or level one. And that's where we normally select the universities and colleges for you. So this is how you check in. Now, every quarter you need to check it. So you need to keep in touch with your education provider or migration agent in order to check that for you. Now, lots of people, no matter which level your college is where you're currently studying, if you need to apply for an extension or something, lots of people take a future level one COE or the course that helps you out getting you to the level one, because the level consider with the principal course. So if your principal course is on level one, that means your final or last course you would be doing it. That determines your level. So if you're level one, then you don't need financials or English. That is how you check the level of the colleges and universities.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much for that one. So we will be moving further. Again, we are getting the comments. We will be replying them all, and we do have some other questions as well. But let's just take a short break, and we will be right back. Do you have PT portal but no template? And do you have template but don't know how to use it? So here I am. My name is Sonia and I am bringing a Pro PT Masterclass this time. So in this Pro PT Masterclass, I'll be sharing all my new templates related to PTE. I'll be telling you how to use those templates, as well as we will be practicing all together in the class. So the demand is high and the seats are limited. So what you guys are waiting for? Please go and check the below link, get all the information regarding this class and get yourself registered for this masterclass. See you guys there. Well, welcome back to the live again. So let us move to our questions, but I would recommend we will just move with the comments first. So Wajahat Ali, he is actually having commented on our live today that he is interested in immigration for Australia in 491.
Right, so Vajat, I believe that you need to contact the team. So send your resume or contact a team, and my team would be happy to assist you assessing your resume first. And if we feel like that you are eligible or you are a right candidate to apply for Australian immigration, then we'll go further for the process and help you out getting things sorted. So let's email your updated resume and contact the office, and they will send you an, I think, assessment form which you need to fill, and that's where we assess your profile and get back to you.
Well, thank you so much for that, Anil. Moving towards the questions again, we would like to know that what are the cheapest level one colleges or courses to meet GTE requirement?
All right, that's quite interesting. So, as I said, so we'll connect with the previous question you have asked. So, as I said, that lots of people, what they do a future COE to make it level one. So, if they what, regardless of what they're studying at the moment, even though they're studying at the level two or level three, and they wanted to apply for an extension, they can do so. Even lots of visitor visas applicants who wanted to move to a student visa, they're also doing similar, because level 2 level 3 colleges have a reasonable fee compared to the level 1 colleges. So that is one thing. Now the cheapest is that you can go with a grad diploma, cheapest from $1,000 to $1,500. That's where you get your level 1 for the grad diploma. And then obviously their tuition fee would be around 10,000 to 15,000 for the whole 2 years. And if you're going with a 1 year the graduate diploma, then it's going to be 7 to 8,000 per year. Now, secondly, if you go with a master's program, the cheapest one, I think it's somewhere around 8,600 to 8,800 the whole semester fee, but you get a COE within $1,250, either for the bachelor's or master's. So that's the cheapest around the market for the level one providers for bachelor's, master's, and the grad diploma.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Anil. I think everyone who wanted to know about how to write the SOP and all about the GT statement, I think most of the things are covered. And if all the viewers who are watching this live today, if you have any further question, you can contact us for your admission or your student visa queries on education@thinkhigher.com.au. That is the email ID, or you can give us a call on 0435600610. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anil, for the live session today. And thank you for this informative session. We will be seeing you again, hopefully, in our next live session.
All right. Thank you, Aman. And thank you for the quick session. Only thing we need to inform our viewers about the GT is that it comes under the Minister Direction 53. So lots of people, generally once they get the refusal or they want to meet the Minister Direction 53, then it's pretty much the GT which we have discussed today. So it's pretty much the same thing. And even if lots of people say you need to write a statement of purpose for the visa application, that is also called a GT. So they all have a same term. It's just the matter
Mhm.
that some are more legal or legalized terms, and more are more common terms which we use. All are three are same. So you need to ensure that at least you're using the same format in order to submit your GT or statement of purpose or Minister Directions 53 explanation. Yep,
Mhm.
and all the best to our viewers, and thank you so much for hosting this, Aman. And yeah, we'll come with the next live, and then we'll have more information for them. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you so much.
thank you.
Do you have PT portal but no template? And do you have template but don't know how to use it? So here I am. My name is Sonia and I am bringing a Pro PT Masterclass this time. So in this Pro PT Masterclass, I'll be sharing all my new templates related to PTE. I'll be telling you how to use those templates, as well as we will be practicing all together in the class. So the demand is high and the seats are limited. So what you guys are waiting for? Please go and check the below link, get all the information regarding this class and get yourself registered for this masterclass. See you guys there.